How would you like the ability to drive men wild for you? In this video, I'm going to share 2 feminine qualities that will have men crazy for you, drive them wild, and it will just be so delicious and feel really good when you know you have the confidence to be able to do that. Okay, so imagine being the woman that can easily attract men and be the woman that men are afraid to lose. Be the woman that inspires him, calls him to step up and pull out all the stops, make him do all the special things for you that he would never do for any other woman. Okay, now that is delightful, and that's what we want. We want to be delighted every day, all day, by the men in our lives, and that is what I'm here to help you do. The first feminine quality is feminine confidence. And confidence, what I'm talking about here, is a mental thing. Okay, it's internally how you feel about yourself. Now, a lot of us think confidence is displaying confidence. It's acting confident, and it is that too, but internal confidence, inner confidence is much, much more powerful. What a man will feel is, oh, this girl, there's something special about her. I need to be on my best behavior here, okay? She doesn't put up with any crap, right? There's something like strong about her. There's this inner like confidence about her. There's this strength about her. There's this solidness about her. I need to take her seriously. I want to take her seriously. I want to know more about that, right? There's a respect there. And how we develop this is to start paying attention to what is going on with us internally. Okay, so our external world isn't going to change until we change our internal world. We have to start with that first. Are you focused on what other people think of you? Right? Are your thoughts filled with what he thinks of you, what you think he thinks of you, how he perceives you? Or are your thoughts filled with what you think of yourself and what you think of him? Okay, that makes a difference. You know, like if you're looking at yourself through other people's lens, or you're looking at yourself through your own lens. A lot of times you're not even aware of what you think of yourself. Like a lot of us don't spend a lot of time thinking about what we think about ourselves, like consciously thinking. A lot of our thoughts are unconscious, and a lot of it is negative. Okay, a lot of us completely neglect ourselves. We don't spend any time trying to figure out what we're really thinking, what we really want, right? Really paying attention to that and understanding who we are, like what we're about, what we feel good about, what we're like we don't spend any time really developing any kind of relationship with ourselves. So this is what I want you to start practicing doing on a daily basis. Start paying attention to what you think about yourself. A lot of times we want a relationship, or we want a man because we think that relationship is going to make us feel good, or a man is going to make us feel good. Okay, something external, right? Making us internally feel good. When the truth is, you can make yourself feel good now. Okay, that's where all your power comes from. It's not waiting around, waiting for a man to make you feel good, to make you feel valued and respected and important and loved. It's not waiting for him to do that. It's giving that to yourself now. Okay, that's how we start to develop that relationship with ourselves. And here is a simple exercise you can do to do that. So get out a piece of paper, and I want you to write down all the things you want that you believe you will feel once you had that relationship. So you may say, I want to feel valued. I want to feel respected. I want to feel adored. Okay, and then I want you to change that sentence into a statement you give to yourself. So I want to feel valued becomes I value myself, or I'm learning to value myself. Okay, I want to feel Respected becomes I respect myself, or I'm learning to respect myself, right? I want to feel beautiful and adored becomes I make myself feel beautiful and I adore myself. Okay, notice, like, give you that sentence to yourself, affirm yourself, and another extension of that exercise could be to write a love letter to yourself. If you received a love letter from someone, what would you want that love letter to say, right? And write that to yourself, right? Notice how that makes you feel. Okay, to do that exercise, like, make yourself feel good now. This is how we build confidence. Imagine if your mind was filled with these thoughts about yourself, these opinions, right? You're going to go out there feeling much more confident, much more solid. You're going to be able to say more of what you really think and stand behind that and worry less about what other people think of you, right? You're going to be willing to be more able to be yourself. And this is when men will think, oh, wow, there's something about her, right? She's so confident. She seems so happy. She's so willing to just be herself and speak her mind. That woman that seems so confident, it's because she's feeding herself all these positive thoughts, these positive opinions about herself. That's why she's showing up that way. Feminine quality number 2 is being willing to walk away. Okay, this is a really interesting one, I think. If you're a woman who embodies that quality of being willing to walk away, and a man senses that vibe from you, like he senses, oh, this is a woman who doesn't put up with shit, right? She doesn't put up with any of my crap. She's easy to lose. First of all, it's not gonna make him like run away. It's gonna make him step up, because he's gonna know you've got this standard. You're not gonna put up with his BS that his ex put up with. So many women, because they're so afraid to lose the guy because they put him on a pedestal, end up ignoring all of their needs and overcompensating, doing everything for him. So their bar for him is super low, right? So he can get away with all kinds of crap. Okay, but you're not going to be that woman. High value women, women with this feminine quality, is willing to walk away. And that gives you a lot of leverage. He knows, okay, she's not going to put up with this crap. If I want her, I better step up my game. I better pull out all the stops, right? I better clean up my act. I better clean the house. I better learn how to cook. I better like take out the garbage or else I might lose her, right? There's a little bit of anxiety that a man may feel, but not in a bad way. It's going to be a good thing, because trust me, a lot of single men, they have a lot of single habits that they actually don't like, but they get away with because there's no one there to hold them accountable. So they just end up being a slob, and they have all these terrible habits that they know isn't good. They probably live like a 12-year-old boy, right, in a grown man's body. They know it's not good. So when they see a woman that like calls them to step up and be a man, they actually want that. Actually feels good for them. They feel like, oh, she's motivating me to actually be a man, be the man I want to be, right? And that's a good thing. Okay, so don't think like he's gonna feel so anxious that you're calling him to do all these things and he's just gonna run away. The opposite is actually true. Now, I wanna go into a little bit of how to be the woman who's willing to walk away. Right? A lot of you are not willing to walk away because you're terrified of losing him. The solution to that is actually to go to the worst case scenario. That worst case scenario is him leaving you and you being single. And for some of you, the worst case scenario is actually like being left on the street, like single and on the street. Like you literally, our minds are funny like that. We go to literally to, we're gonna be on the street alone. Instead of just being afraid of the worst case scenario and try to, you know, like control the situation so that never ever happens, I want you instead to really go there. Go to that place of the worst case scenario and have a plan for it, okay? If you simply solve that problem in your brain and assure your brain that, oh, hang on, the worst case scenario can happen and I can handle it, it's going to be fine, I'm going to be fine, then you won't be afraid of it anymore. Okay, you see what I mean? It's like if you go to the worst place, you literally on the street, single, by yourself, what would you do then? how could you solve that? Well, what could you do? Right? Literally go through the plan of what you could do. That will reassure your brain that I can handle it. I have the confidence, I have a plan to handle this. I will be okay, even if the worst case happens. And chances are the true worst case scenario is you just end up back where you started, which is being single. Yes, you'll be in pain, but you're gonna get over that pain eventually and you're gonna be fine. Right? To being the woman willing to walk away is to have a plan for the worst case scenario instead of telling yourself, I can't handle the worst case scenario. I can't do it. No, I don't want to go there at all. I don't want to even think about it. Okay, it's too scary to even think about. And then you can show up confident even in that moment when he says something, does something that triggers you to think, oh no, he could leave. And in that moment, you remind yourself, oh, hang on a second, I can handle the worst case. Got a plan ready. Okay, so in that moment, you're still going to end up showing up confidently. You're going to be able to say the hard thing. You're not going to be afraid to say, if you don't like it, there's the door. Right? Standing strong. This is my standard. This is what I need from you. If you don't like it, there's the door. I still love you, but I'm not going to put up with this. Right? Having that leverage to be able to do that with confidence only comes from having the plan for the worst case and really truly knowing you're gonna be fine. Most likely you won't need to execute it, but it's there in your back pocket in case you do. So do it. Don't just watch this video and consume it and not take the action. Take the action, prepare for it. This is how transformations happen. If you want to take this work to a deeper level and have a coach step you through it to help you transform into that high value woman you want to be that can easily attract and keep high quality men, just go to the link in my description below and get started. And that's all from me this week. If you have any suggestions for video ideas in the future, anything that would really help you that you are struggling with, please leave that in the comment section below. I read all of your comments and I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. And I'm loving your guys' support, and keep following me and you'll get more wonderful advice like this every week. Okay, that's all from me. I'll see you next time.